Hey guys, Chuck Quinton here, founder of RotarySwing.com. I want to talk about something that I think will interest all of you, and that is getting more distance out of your irons, as much as 40 more yards, by doing one simple thing that will add tons of distance, compression, and control to your iron play. So if you're interested in that, listen up, because here's what we're going to talk about. The number one fault for most amateur golfers with iron play is a scoopy or cuppy left wrist. When you flip your left wrist, what you're doing to the club, I'll do it slowly here, so I'll get myself into impact and I'll let my left wrist start to break down. As you look at the loft on the club, which you can easily tell by the shaft angle, if the shaft angle is vertical, my 8-iron has what's called true loft on it. Whatever loft that may be is what it is. Let's say it's 42 degrees. So if my shaft is at 42 degrees, or my club face angle, well, that ball is going to react as if it's being hit with 42 degrees of loft. However, if I take my shaft and lean it forward 6 or 8 degrees, every 3 degrees is one full club length. So if I add just 3 degrees of shaft lean, well, how much does each club go? It's about 10 or 12 yards, but there's also a little bit of increase in speed. So you got to take that out a little bit. Let's call it 7 yards per loft, per 3 degrees of loft. Well, if I add 9 degrees, take down 9 degrees of loft, now that club from an 8-iron is now a 5-iron. A 5-iron is going to go a lot further than my 8-iron, simply because of the loft. Now, of course, again, the shaft's a little bit longer, you have a little more club head speed, but the primary determinant is loft. So I want to get my wrists into this flat left wrist position, because that's what de-lofts the club face at impact. As I de-loft the club face at impact, the club, now the ball, now thinks it's getting hit by a 5-iron, not an 8-iron. It doesn't know the difference between the two. It just feels loft and speed. So we want to trick it into thinking you're getting whacked by a 5-iron, and that's how your 8-iron is going to go 40 yards further than what you're doing right now, because not only are you probably getting back to true loft, some of us even get to this point, and now I've turned this 8-iron into a wedge. My wedge definitely isn't going to go very far. It's just going to go up with a lot of spin. So having shaft lean at impact and a flat left wrist is critical. So how do you get there? Great question. The number one cause for you scooping and flipping and cupping at impact is your right wrist going from a loaded position to an unloaded position, and you want to do this because it's your dominant hand most likely. If you're a right-handed golfer playing with right-handed clubs, this right hand causes you nearly every single flaw that you can imagine in the golf swing when overused incorrectly at the wrong time. And that's what happens at impact. Is we get down here and we want to help the ball, and this feels really strong because it's in this powerful loaded up position and it's our dominant hand anyway, and we want to help it out. Instead, letting our left hand do the work and understanding how the left hand works properly in the swing, that's what gets you to a normal shaft lean position. You're not going to naturally want to do this with your left hand. This doesn't even feel good. You're going to naturally pull the club through with the left when you understand pushing versus pulling. If you haven't taken a look at my pushing versus pulling video, it will completely change your perspective on the golf swing forever. So take a look at that video. But I also want to share, and that's in the description. If you click on the description link, you'll see it there. But also, I want to talk to you about how to get the left hand in control of the swing and why it's so important, because the reason that golf is so hard for most golfers is because they way overuse the right hand. So you've heard that here first at Rotary Swing. We've been preaching that for 15 years. I want to show you a video on why golf is so hard and how you can change your game forever and get down to those single-digit handicaps.